10 techniques to enhance a seasoned, mature face. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. Well, today I have 10 techniques and tips to enhance a seasoned, mature face. Now, this face you're looking at is 69 and a half years old, so it works for me. You may not be that age, and they may still work for you. I think they're great techniques to enhance your look, so I want to share them. Before I get started, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, ring that bell for all future notifications, give me a like if you like it, and leave me a comment if you do any of the things that I do, or if you have something to share with me. Well, let's get started. First, I'm going to start with the eye area. And I feel like that is very important, at least for me at my age. There's certain things I have to do, and there's some things I just cannot do. Now, one thing that I do, and I believe in completely, if I can find it here, is using an eyelid primer. I just happen to have this Milani one, but you could use whatever eyelid primer that you like to use. And you just need a very small amount. If you put it on too heavy, it's going to crease. These eyelid primers, well, number one, they help with discoloration. Of course, I don't have anything on because of my eyelid surgery, and I still have, my scars here, which I'm not putting anything on them yet. But it evens out your skin tone. It helps with discoloration. And it just gives your eyelids kind of a smoother canvas to work with. And then when you apply your eyeshadows, they stick to the primer so much better. They go on smoother, in my opinion. They go on smoother, they're not choppy or blotchy, and they're much easier to blend. So that's why an eyelid primer is very important to me. The second thing I would say is tight lining. Let me see if I have I don't have a tight line pencil here. But what I mean, I know you know what that means, and that's to line your upper waterline with either a brown or black pencil, or you can use a dark powdered shadow. And that's important for me at my age, because my eyelashes are thinning, they're more sparse, and that gives me a thick look down here. It's not going to do anything for the length, but it does really bring your eyes out, and it covers up that fleshy part here, and it just makes the base of your lashes look thicker. Now, I do have a tight line on, so I've already done that, because that has nothing to do with my eyelids. And I feel it really enhances my eyes. All right, another thing is to enhance your brows. Now, I don't do a lot with my brows. Fortunately, I still have mine. I never got into that shaving your eyebrows off. So I just fill in a little here, kind of right here, and then just a little bit right here. I don't bring it out more, I just try to fill it in because it's kind of sparse. But what I'm talking about is right underneath your brow. Now, I used to wear like a light color of eyeshadow under here, but again, it shows texture. It's kind of powdery, and you have more texture at this age. So I use something like this. This is by L'Oreal Brow Stylist, and one end is shimmery, well, not real shimmery, but a little light reflecting, and the other one is more matte. And I used to put it, pretty good right in here. but I found that made this part of my eye just poof out too much or something. So now I keep it kind of directly right under the brow, and I'm going to use this. I'll show you what I'm talking about because I can put this on. This isn't anywhere near my scar. Now this is the matte side. So, and I just put it right under. I don't know if you can tell with the matte side. Let me do the other side that has a little bit of light reflection in it. And I'll just go right under, oh, maybe just half of the brow. I don't go all the way over. And then, of course, you want to blend that in with your finger. Can you see a difference? I'll lower my eyes and try to zoom in. That it kind of highlights right up under here. And that has helped me a whole lot. And I like it so much better than a powdered shadow up there. Another thing would be your lower waterline. Putting something light there. And because I don't wear any mascara on my lower lashes, I don't do any liner because I feel like it makes my eyes smaller looking and more closed in. So I put something light, and I have this Wet n Wild pencil here, and I'll just put it right here on this eye and zoom in and see if you can see that right here. It just brightens that up for me. So that's been very helpful. Let me see what else for the eyes. Oh, yes. For my eyes, I have to have an eyelash primer. It just enhances my eyelashes and my mascara. It makes it look thicker. It coats them, and then you put your mascara on top of that, and it just gives it a more full look and a thicker look. So it's a must-have for me. I just happen to have this L'Oreal lash primer, but any lash primer will do. It really does make a difference in the appearance of your eyelashes. All right, next, let's see. We're going to go on to face primers. A lot of people don't wear face primers, don't care for them, or they feel it's unnecessary, and maybe it is. But when you're my age, a face primer seems to be a very critical part of my makeup. And so I always wear a face primer. And it helps fill in some of the lines. I mean, it's not going to take them away. But it also provides me with a smoother application when I do apply something to my face. So I would use like the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I have the regular one and then the luminous one. I have this Dewy Lumino by Wet n Wild. Just any kind of a face primer. If I want a sort of a glassy look, kind of a shine, I love this NYX High Glass face primer. It really gives a nice shine. I'll see if you can tell. It's got a color to it. And let me see if I can put it on somewhere where you can see. All right, I put it right here. Can you tell at all how it's got that kind of shine to it? And it looks very pretty on your skin. So a face primer is very important for me and my skin. All right, and then we come to the face. Now today I just have a tinted moisturizer on, but I look dull. I think I do. Yeah, I look dull. I tried to put a little blush on, but not too much because I wanted to show you how this works. So I have this number 7 bronzer right here. So if I have no makeup on, just sunscreen or a tinted moisturizer or anything, if I just take some of this bronzer, and I kind of put it all over since I don't really wear colored makeup, it just brings color and life to my face, which is very important because as we age, our skin becomes more dull, doesn't really have a lot of color to it. So I need that. What I also need very much is a blush. And I use a cream blush. I love the liquid or cream blushes. I have some powder ones that are really pretty, but because of texture here, they just don't look as good. The cream blushes look great on me and my age of skin. So let me grab a cream blush to show you. Alright, I grabbed this CoverGirl cream blush in the shade, what is this shade? 390, Ripe and Ready. So this is just one of them. I have a lot of cream blushes. In fact, I found a new one that I love. I'll be showing it in my Amazon favorites, finds, and gift guide video, which will be coming up soon. So if I take a little bit of this, and I just need a little bit, I just dot it, put a little bit on my finger like that, and then, see, I don't block my face. I tap it like that and high up. I have to wear my blush high up on the highest part of my cheekbone, really right under my eye. And I don't come in at all here. I kind of go the middle of the pupil out and then up onto the temple a little bit. So let's see if I can tap that in and give you an idea what that does for me. It gives me the color that I need just in the right place, and it just brings everything up for me. I better do the other side so that I will look even. Well, I put that in the wrong place, but that's okay. And I just tap that in with my finger, again, up high, and go a little bit up onto the temple. And that makes a really big difference for me. And I think it looks really good. I don't come in with it. So that's something that really helps a mature, seasoned face like mine. And then the last thing that really helps me a great deal, and I feel is critical for me. Let me get a wipe and wipe this off my finger so I don't spread this blush everywhere. And what I like to do for a highlight, if you've been with me any time, you know that I use a chapstick or a lip balm or something like that for a highlight. I don't use a powder. However, I love this product. I've showed this on my channel at least 3 or 4 times. It's by CeraVe, and it's their Skin Renewing Oil Gel. And it's kind of hard to describe. I'm going to put a little bit on here. I don't know if you're not going to be able to see it. It doesn't run. It's not oily, like liquidy. It's not going to run. And it's not real gel-like. It's kind of like a serum. This stuff, I love it. It has ceramides in it. It's a great emollient to protect your water loss and keep your skin barrier intact. I just love it. And I'll take a little bit of that. I'll put some on each finger here. And I just tap that way up here, just very lightly, because this is going to be my highlighter. Let me see if I did it right, because there. Can you see the glow of that? How pretty that looks? I think it's wonderful. I love the glow. And you're putting like a skincare and some good skin ingredients on your face. Then I'll also take some and put it just on the tip of this nose, and you can put a little above your lip, like that, right there on the tip of the nose. And there's my highlight. And I wear it at night after I finish all my skincare and I put my moisturizer on. Then I put this on because it adds that extra protection for me. It also, besides creating that barrier, it's great for smoothing down your skin. If you're using Retin-A or a retinol and you're getting those little stick out pieces of skin, you put that on and it just smooths them down and looks wonderful. It really makes a difference. And it's non-drying, it's non-greasy, and you can even put a little on your lips. It gives them a great shine, like a gloss to it. You can put it on top of your lipstick or just wear it as a lip balm to protect your lips. So it has so many purposes for me. This is just a huge game changer for me in all areas. And that's really it. Those are the things that really enhance and make a difference to my mature, seasoned face. All right, now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. For my inside beauty tip today, it comes from Hebrews 11:1, and it's on faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. That's what the Bible says about faith. You know, faith isn't believing something that isn't true, and it's not wishful thinking. It's the conviction that God will keep His word and all His promises under any circumstances. I have to share with you that although I feel I have had a very strong faith for many, many years, sometimes it gets shaken, and that's not a bad thing, because when it does, we grow tremendously, and we shouldn't get comfortable in our faith and feel that we have it mastered or it's to the level that it should be. It's kind of a good thing that you learn that you need to deepen it, and you can deepen it much more. And hopefully that will happen to you for the rest of your days, because it'll just bring you closer to God. I have learned these things so much in the last month due to the situation with my mom. I really was tested on my faith, and I had to be convicted strongly and shown where my weaknesses were and what I needed to see. And it has been life-changing for me. It has gotten me through this difficult period. Of course I have faith, and I have had faith in God through all of this, but not to the level that it needed to be. And through all these many convictions I have had every morning in my walk and talk and prayer with God, I have learned that. And I have learned to deepen my faith. and it has brought me so much peace. You know, it just kind of quiets everything. It quiets your mind, you know, because your mind is going in a million different directions when something is going on in your life and all these intrusive thoughts come in. And when the day comes when you have a quiet mind, you know that you have been granted that peace that surpasses all understanding. And that came from deepening my faith through a lot of trial. I mean, it was tough. It was really tough because I felt I had such a strong faith. And I did. But what I've learned is I can have an even stronger one. And that's what's important. So I'm so very, very grateful for that. I just wanted to share that with you all. Never knock yourself down if you feel like your faith is failing you, that it's not where it should be, or you thought you had so much faith and then you feel like, well, I must not have any at all. Because you do. You do. It's just God's way of growing you to an even deeper level. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya!